All right, let's be honest. You're probably being lied to about SEO. You're putting in the work. You're creating the content. Maybe you're even paying an agency a ton of money, but your traffic is flat and your business is basically invisible on Google. Why? Well, it's likely because you're following outdated advice and falling for SEO myths that are actually killing your rankings and killing your business. But here's the thing. The core of good SEO is actually pretty simple, and if it's done right, it's effective and will help you grow your business. Hi there, it's Adrian Newman from Numero Uno Web Solutions, and in this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain on the 6 biggest SEO lies that are holding your business back. And I'm not just going to point out these problems. I'm going to give you the proven, no fluff strategies to fix your traffic and finally start showing up where your customers are searching. So let's go. Now, for 14 years now, I've reviewed hundreds of small business websites, and I see the exact same mistakes over and over. Business owners are wasting thousands of dollars and countless hours on strategies that simply just don't work anymore. And some of these tactics might have worked a decade ago, but today, well, they're actually doing more harm than they're doing good. But the good news is that you don't need a massive budget or a huge team to succeed with SEO. You just need to know what works and what works now. So let's go through these 6 lies one by one. Starting with lie number 1, keyword stuffing is a smart tactic. Okay, so I want to kick things off here with a big one that just refuses to die. And that's the idea that the more keywords you can cram onto a page, the better you're going to rank. And this is called keyword stuffing. It's the practice of loading your page with your target keyword again and again, sometimes in really unnatural ways, like listing them out at the bottom of the page or hiding them in text that's the same color as the background. And if you don't believe me, yes, this is still being practiced. Now, why do people still believe this? Well, honestly, because a long time ago, in the early days of the internet and search engines, it sort of worked. Algorithms were much simpler back then, and they could be fooled by keyword density. Shady SEO gurus still push this stuff because it sounds like an easy win. But here's the 2026 reality. Keyword stuffing will get your site penalized, not promoted. Google's algorithms, like the helpful content update of 2024, are now incredibly sophisticated. They're designed to understand context, synonyms, natural language, that kind of stuff. So when Google sees a page with forced, repetitive keywords, it doesn't see a relevant resource. It sees a spammy page trying to game the system. Look, I've seen sites lose 30 to 50% of their traffic almost overnight due to keyword stuffing. And it also creates a terrible user experience, which leads to high bounce rates because visitors immediately click away from your unprofessional looking page. So what's the fix? Well, it's actually quite simple. You gotta write for humans, not for robots. Focus on user intent. What's the actual question your customer is asking? Answer that question clearly and completely. Use your main keyword where it feels natural, like in your title and intro, but then let synonyms and related topics flow through your writing. Google itself says to prioritize clarity and readability. So when you focus on creating genuinely helpful content, the keywords will just simply fall into place and Google will reward you for it. Line number 2, more pages and longer content automatically equal better rankings. So this next lie is close to that first one, and it's an easy trap to fall into. And the myth is that a bigger website is always a better website. So more blog posts, more pages, more words. And that must signal to Google that you're a serious authority, right? Well, I have clients come to me convinced that they need to publish a new blog post almost every single day, or that every article has to be 3,000 words long to even stand a chance. People believe this because, well, there is a bit of truth to it. Comprehensive, in-depth content does tend to perform well. And we often see long-form guides ranking for competitive search terms. But the problem is people mistake correlation for causation. So they see a long article at the top of Google and assume the word count is the magic ticket. But the reality is that quality, crushes quantity every single time. Google's own John Mueller has said publicly that word count is not indicative of quality. Some pages have a lot of words that say nothing. In fact, publishing thin, repetitive, or low-value content just to pad your site can get you penalized under Google's helpful content update that I mentioned earlier. So remember, Google doesn't want more content. It just wants better content. So for example, a local bakery with 5 fantastic pages that are perfectly optimized for local search will destroy a competitor with 500 pages of generic, boring blog posts. So that solution is to adopt a quality over quantity mindset. So instead of churning out dozens of weak articles, focus your energy on creating a few truly exceptional pieces of content. Think about creating pillar pages. Now, these are those comprehensive guides on your business's core topics, often over 1,500 words, that cover a subject in great detail. And then for your other pages, look, don't obsess over the length. A short 500-word page that perfectly answers a user's question is way more valuable than a 2,500-word article that just rambles. Every piece of content on your site needs to have a clear purpose and provide real value. Line number 3, you can directly optimize for AI overviews. With the rollout of AI overviews, a whole new world of SEO myths have popped up. You might have heard people whispering about a new hack or a special trick to get your content featured in those AI-generated answers at the top of Google. These are people out there already trying to sell courses for optimizing for AI. And this myth is spreading like wildfire because AI overviews are new and impossible to miss. Whenever there's a big change in search, someone inevitably shows up promising a shortcut. Feels like a new game, so people assume there must be a new secret rule book. But here's the secret. There is no secret. You can't optimize for AI overviews directly. Google AI models work by synthesizing information from multiple sources that are already ranking well in the classic search results. So the AI is built on top of the core ranking systems. This means all the timeless signals of quality like PageRank, helpful content, and EEAT, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, are what feed the AI in the first place. This is why clients that we've been doing great content for years are now ranking on the AI overviews. And trying to trick the AI is a losing battle because it's looking for the same quality signals as the main algorithm. So the real strategy is just to double down on fundamental SEO. The best way to show up in an AI overview is to earn it by being a trusted, authoritative source. And this means creating high quality, well-structured content that answers questions clearly. Use question-based headings, bullet points, and numbered lists, since this format makes it easy for AI to pull and summarize your information. Adding structured data or schema market also helps the AI understand the context of your page. So don't chase the AI. Focus on creating the possible resource for a person, and then you'll be giving the AI exactly what it's designed to find. All right, we're halfway in. We've got 3 lies covered, and I really hope you're already seeing how you can start making smarter SEO decisions. Now, if you're finding this helpful, just do me a quick favor, please, and hit that subscribe button below. I post videos like this every single week to help you cut through all the marketing fluff. And while you're at it, drop a comment below with the worst SEO lie you've ever been told. I'd love to read them. Okay, so let's get back to it with lie number 4. SEO is a one and done task. This is probably the most dangerous lie for any business owner because it promises a world where you can just check SEO off your to-do list and be done with it. And you'll see agencies offering a one-time SEO package, or web developers say they included SEO with your website build. And the idea is that SEO is a static task that once you do it, will deliver results forever. But the myth is so appealing because it makes SEO seem simple and finite. You're busy running a business. The idea is to set it and forget it. Sounds amazing. And for a little while, if you did do some basic optimizations, your site will have stayed competitive for the short term. But that's just not how search works anymore. The truth is, SEO is a continuous process. It's not a project. It's a practice. Why? Because the internet's always changing. Google's algorithms are constantly being updated with multiple confirmed core updates every year that can completely shift rankings. And your competitors are always creating new content and building new links. And your own content gets old over time, a process called content decay. So content that was amazing 2 years ago might be totally irrelevant today. So the fix is to think of SEO like digital gardening, not like building a house. So it needs that ongoing care. This doesn't mean you have to spend 40 hours a week on it. It just means you should be doing simple, regular check-ins at least once a month. Look at your analytics. See which pages are losing traffic. Once a quarter, find some older content that you can update and refresh with new information, and keep an eye on what your competitors are up to. An effective SEO strategy is an ongoing loop. Create, measure, and refine. And if you can't do this on your own, well, that's why there are SEO agencies like mine. Okay, lie number 5, search engine rankings are the most important metric. I want to be number 1 on Google. And I hear this from almost every new client, and I get it. The obsession with being at the top is the ultimate vanity metric in SEO. The lie is that a number 1 ranking is the single most important measure of your success. And look, it's an easy lie to believe. A number 1 ranking feels like winning a gold medal. It's tangible and it's easy to brag about. Agencies often sell their services on the promise of guaranteed first page rankings because it's a simple, powerful pitch. I see those on those lawn signs all the time when I'm driving into the office. But here's the hard truth. Rankings by themselves mean nothing. A number 1 ranking that doesn't drive traffic, doesn't generate leads, or make you any money is completely worthless. I've seen businesses rank number 1 for a term that gets maybe 10 searches a month, while their competitors are ranking number 5 for a term that gets 10,000 searches a month, and they're absolutely cleaning up. Plus, with features like the local map pack, featured snippets, and AI overviews, the number 1 organic result often isn't even at the top of the page anymore. The solution is to shift your focus from rankings to actual business outcomes. So instead of asking, am I number 1? You should be asking, is my SEO driving qualified traffic? And is that traffic turning into customers? Track the metrics that actually matter to your bottom line. Organic traffic, click-through rate, conversion rate, and the number of phone calls or form fills you get from search. And for a local business, success isn't a number 1 ranking. It's showing up in the map pack when a customer searches for something like coffee near me. So don't chase those vanity metrics. Chase results. True SEO success isn't about being seen by everyone. It's about being found by the right people at the exact moment that they need you. Lie number 6. Any business can just hire 1 person to do SEO. And this is our final lie, and it really hits home for me. A lot of small businesses think that SEO is a single job that can just be handed off to 1 person. Maybe it's a junior marketer, a web developer, a cheap freelancer from a gig website. The lie is that 1 person, especially someone without a lot of experience, can handle all the different parts of a winning SEO strategy. This myth comes from a desire to save money and keep things simple. It just feels more efficient to assign the SEO task to 1 person and to find a low-cost all-in-one provider. The problem is doing SEO isn't just one thing. It's a field that requires at least 3 very different skill sets. First, you have technical SEO, which is about optimizing your site's code, its website speed, making sure search engines can crawl properly, and this is really a developer's job. Second, you have a content strategy. This involves keyword research, planning topics, creating high-quality, engaging content that people actually want to read. And this requires a skilled writer, an editor, a strategist, maybe even somebody who does video production and a graphic designer. And third, there's the off-page SEO, which is mostly about building high-quality backlinks from other reputable websites to grow your site's authority. And this is basically like a PR and outreach job. So, expecting 1 person to be a master of all 3 of those disciplines is unrealistic. A cheap solo freelancer will almost always cut corners, which can lead to spammy tactics that could get your site penalized. So the solution for small business isn't to go and hire 3 full-time employees. It's about being smart with your resources. Maybe you, as the owner, handle the content creation yourself because no one knows your business better than you do. Then you could hire someone to do the technical SEO for a one-time site audit, maybe a reputable link building agency for a campaign. And the key is to recognize that SEO has different parts and make sure you have real expertise covering each one, even if that expertise comes from different people. Hiring an agency that already has these people in place can make all the difference. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of the 6 lies that might be holding your business back. And they are: number 1, believing that stuffing keywords onto a page is a good idea. Number 2, thinking that more pages and longer articles are automatically going to mean better rankings. 3, trying to find a secret hack to get into AI overviews. 4, treating SEO as a one-time task you can just check off a list. Number 5, obsessing over rankings as your main measure of success. And finally, number 6, thinking of any single non-specialized person can do SEO for you. By finally ignoring these lies, you can stop wasting your time and your money on tactics that just plain don't work. You can start focusing on what really matters, and that's creating a great website with valuable content that truly serves your customers. Good SEO isn't about secrets or tricks. It's about building a quality, user-focused experience and providing your expertise over time. Now, if you're looking for the new website design trends of 2026, and then you're going to want to head over here and watch this video that's going to show you the top 5 web design trends that you need to incorporate into your website immediately.